Hi, I'm Janelle. I am an out-of-state investor currently living in Maui, Hawaii. 5 years ago, I was not that. I was a naive newbie investor, just got started in the business, and I was living in a condo in Simi Valley, California.
What did you not like about that life?
I felt stuck. No one leaves my hometown. I just wanted more. There's a lot of glitz and glamour being in LA, but it's all fake. No one actually can afford any of it. So I just wanted to be able to actually pay for things and travel, experience life, experience cultures, experience just the world. I think actually, I feel like because I've dealt with loss in my life with my mom passing away, I didn't ever want to be like a victim of that. Or just the things that happened to me, I didn't ever want to be the victim from it. I wanted to learn from it and just be better. I'm first generation here, so both my parents immigrated from Mexico. They both worked really, really hard, and they worked my entire childhood. I saw both my parents just struggle for time, especially my mom. She was always working like crazy hours. Even when we were watching TV late at night, trying to spend time together, it's like 11 p.m. and she was answering emails, doing all that kind of stuff, take trips to Texas to whatever, do her thing with her career. I remember though that after she passed away, like literally 2-3 days later, they were replacing her. They were looking for somebody else to take over her job. While we're mourning, her company was looking for her replacement. I realized that working for a company like that or having a career 9 to 5 like that, they don't value you or anything. And both my parents worked so hard for just that 1 week vacation a year. And they just lived for that 1 week. And I told myself, like, I didn't want that. I didn't want to have to work my butt off every single day for someone else's dream. I wanted to work my butt off for my dream and work the 12 to 10-hour days for me, not for that other person, and only get a week to enjoy my life. I wanted to enjoy my life every single day. She didn't get to. I finished college somehow. Beyond me, I have no idea how I did that. Got my master's degree because I thought that's just what I should do. And then realized that school wasn't gonna help me get ahead either. Just having a piece of paper didn't guarantee me anything besides like 100 grand in loans. So that was super cool. So then I just started to look for people that were living the life that I wanted to live. That's how I found real estate really. Kind of just found my own way and tried to figure out how to maneuver the industry and figure out which path I wanted to take in real estate, because it definitely wasn't being a realtor, and that's how I started. I hated it because it was a lot more about the emotional aspect of things and kind of just being a therapist to people, showing them houses, trying to convince their dad that this is a nice place. Like, it was stupid. And it was hard for me to show people houses, and they said, I just don't feel it. It's like, I don't know what that means. I can't translate that into finding you the best house. So then I started working with flippers, and investors loved doing that because it was more just, if the numbers work, then I'm going to buy it. So transitioned into that, and that's kind of what got me a little bit into the wholesaling side of things. So I was just trying to find these off-market deals, and I didn't know how to do that. So I actually went to an auction. One of my clients, he wanted a house, but it was going to auction like the week later. So I was like, well, I'll just go to the auction, see who buys the house, and try to say like, hey, my client wants to buy this house. Can we buy it from you? I know you just bought it, and just see what happens. And that's how I met some pretty successful wholesalers and buyers, other investors. And that's kind of what led me into the wholesaling side of things. I feel like a lot of people think that the only way to buy and sell real estate is through a traditional brokerage, having your license, going through a realtor, all that kind of stuff. And it just showed me a completely different way of doing it. I started just long-term investing. I started with just buying a rental out of state, because the first investment that I made in California, I lost $35,000 because my partner stole it from me. So I didn't have very much money after that, and so I had to go out of state to make it last, basically. When I did that and was buying rentals, I realized that I needed so many more rentals to replace my income. And so that's what made me want to do the active role of like flipping and wholesaling. Figuring out how to buy and sell real estate without off-market, right, which was not a thing, and from what I knew, it just wasn't a thing, made me realize that you can just start just asking questions, even if you think there is no answer to it, or the answer is no, or it's impossible. Nothing is really impossible unless you think it is, right? So just ask somebody who could potentially know the answer and just keep asking until you get to where you want to be. And that was my thing with wholesaling because I didn't like being an agent, but there's got to be something better out there. Not every successful millionaire is a realtor. They invest somehow. So figure it out. And that's just what I've done. Basically, my whole life is just figure it out. In my adult life anyways, like even getting to Maui, that was impossible. That's not something I should have done. Moving to Maui was the dream. It was never really a goal until 2 years ago. It was something that never seemed possible. It was a vacation spot. People don't live here. They just vacation here.
How are you and 5 years ago, Janelle, different?
Oof. How are we different? We're so different. We're so different. I've learned so much over the last 5 years. I've failed more than I could ever imagine I would ever fail in my life. And I hate failing. I hate it. I hate losing. And I've lost so much. I think I've learned how to cope with failure and with loss a lot more than I did when I was 24. I've learned how to be less naive. I've also just learned how to trust the process too. Like if you put in the work, the results are going to be there. You don't have to hope and pray. It's going to work if you just do it.
What's next?
That's the big question, isn't it? What's next?
No.
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know? How are you going to get there then?
I don't know.
That's the problem moving to Maui. You fucking made it.
I know.
It's terrible.
It is terrible.
Yeah. And you can't say that because then you sound like an asshole.
I know. I've talked to Miss Kate about this so much. I'm like, I don't know what my Maui is anymore. Maui was always the goal. Maui was the thing on my TV rotating for 8 hours a day so that when I was making calls and getting yelled at, dealing with all this BS, I would just look up at the TV and see Maui and be like, that's what I'm working towards. So it doesn't matter. Yes, and now I'm here and I'm comfortable and it's fun and I'm living a great life. And I feel like I shouldn't be happy about that because I need to be working towards something else and I don't know what that is. What I should do, I'll tell you what I should do.
Yeah, tell me what you should do.
I should move to Cincinnati and build a massive freaking company. That's what I should do.
What?
And I know that if I were to move to Cincinnati, my business would probably like 100x if I did that. I just know it.
What advice would you ask 5 years from now, Janelle, to help you out?
What a question. I don't know. What would I ask? Kind of want to ask, did it work? Are we still good? Because sometimes it's touch and go there. Are we bankrupt or are we like, we're good, we're solid, we're financially secure? Because sometimes I feel like I'm going to go bankrupt. I want to know the outcome. I don't like flying blind. Probably what else did you do to motivate yourself to get through the crap? Because I still have a hard time with that. Yeah, motivate and push through. Those are my biggest things, honestly. Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Yep. Thank you. This was fun.
Yeah, I'm really good at it.